You all have got photographs? Mala jana se shawl pahne. Shawl ni makani pahne. All of you have got photographs.
All of the small group here would like to sing a little piece which they call the Exclamation of the Devi.
Can you come again?
Can you put the chair there?
Yes, sir.
No, here.
Just take that. Cables are not.
Have some create somebody with a shoulder.
All right, let's start. There.
Oh, you who are the soul of everything, who is capable of extolling you, eternal and imperishable one, you are the embodiment of the sacred word. You are Savitri and the Supreme Mother of the Devas. By you this universe is born. By you this world is created. By you it is protected, O Devi, and you always consume it at the end. O you who are always of the form of the whole world, at the time of creation you are of the form of the creative force. At the time of sustentation you are of the form of the protective power. And at the time of the dissolution of the world you are of the form of the destructive power. You are the supreme knowledge as well as the great nescience, the great intellect and contemplation, as also the great illusion, the great Devi as also the great Asuri. You are the primordial cause of everything, bringing into force the three qualities. You are the dark night of periodic dissolution. You are the great night of final dissolution and the terrible night of delusion. You are the goddess of good fortune, the ruler, modesty, intelligence, characterized by knowledge, bashfulness, nourishment, contentment, tranquility and forbearance, armed with sword, spear, club, discus, conch, bow, arrows, slings and iron mace. You are terrible and at the same time you are pleasing, yea, more pleasing than all the pleasing things and exceedingly beautiful. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Trigunatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adi
On this occasion when you all are leaving me, it's rather hard to listen to these qualities described in your beautiful song. My words are so loaded with a feeling of extreme sadness, plus the exuberance of new venturesome ideas that I have to do much more to establish whatever you are describing. So many Rakshasas are to be killed as you have described me. All the disparities are to be removed from this world. All the ignorance, the darkness, the timira has to be removed as you have described me. It's very easy to destroy this world. And it was easier to destroy the demons and the devils. But today the time is so precarious that all these have entered into the brains, the sahasrara of many seekers. So it's a very delicate task to remove those horrible influences, to save the seekers from the clutches of these devils. You have been very kind to understand that it is a very delicate thing and we cannot do it with harshness, with bluntness, with straightforward statements. We have to take them round because they are hard rocks and make them understand through compassion, love and complete concern. Discretion is the only way we can manage, and one has to use all kinds of methods of discretion to save these people. Once a maximum number is saved, the Rakshasas can be destroyed. As it is, they are so much exposed now, they are getting destroyed by themselves, by their own behavior. That's the best about the falsehood, that it shows itself. The effects are shown. In the process, we also find that the effects of these devils are still in our behavior sometimes lingering. So all the Sahaja Yogis who have been to other false gurus should be careful so that they should not be any more dominated when they are ascending. Also there are other effects of our past our aggressiveness, our incompatibility, our anti-collective activities. All this comes from the grossness of personality. As soon as your grossness becomes subtler and subtler, you will merge, dissolve into the collective understanding very easily. Now the things that I have to do sometimes looks like mountainous, and I seek your help in everything. I cannot do it alone, so I seek your help. And I ask for your guidance in many ways, because human beings are not easy to understand. You have to ask human beings what they are up to. Now the first task is ahead of you is to save yourself from negativity from within. From within. You might find one or two murmuring souls here and there talking nonsense about the program we had, the tour we had, the way we went round, about nonsensical things which has no meaning to the spiritual life. Or maybe some people who would be grudging about something else, whose attentions have been on some other things. So forget about them, because you should worry about your ascent. The negativity can also come from your own understanding of things. My only effort was to see that you forget the rest of the world and start ascending in collectivity as well as in your own spiritual growth. These are so simultaneous that I cannot differentiate between the two. Like the sun, when it rises, the sunshine comes. It's like that. So one has to be very careful about this point, that when you go from here, anybody who starts talking in the anti-way, just put your hands on your ears and say that this is not, we don't want to hear. Please don't make us pull down, because they'll pull you down. And some who are half-baked Sahajogis will fall down. I hope all those who have come will stick to what they have achieved, what they have felt, what they have understood, and go further with it. The wholesomeness of the experience is to be envisaged, to be felt when you are gone from here. Just to think of it, the memory of that, the Mahakali Shakti of that will give you all the beautiful experiences, the shiver, which you call the shiver of the experiences, and you will enjoy the thrills that you had in India, again back when you are in that country. And those thrills will fill the atmosphere. The atmosphere changes tremendously. When the Sahajogis increase in sizes, the atmosphere changes and the climate changes. Not only that, but human beings also start changing. So it is necessary for us to have more and more people coming to it. So now first your own negativity is to be seen, then you must see among Sahajogis, we are one. Never criticize another Sahajogi. Never talk to other Sahajogi harshly. We are very kind to other people, because we know that if we talk like this to another person, that person will not accept it and he will react. But with Sahaja Yoga, many people try, I have seen, to talk to each other in a very rough manner, and sometimes in the organization also they try to aggress. Like some arrangement is there, so they will say, why not this? Try to give up most of the things that you want to say. It's very simple like that. That now supposing said have this color, just keep quiet, see what happens. Because you think you can give a suggestion, you just give a suggestion because you must say something. Not necessary. Not necessary. Because you have seen in Japan, only one person speaks. See, if there is necessary to say something, then you should say. Otherwise, unnecessarily, just to create a new idea, a new theme, a new stuff is not proper. Now, the main thing about Sahaja Yoga is this, that it does not belong to any country. It belongs to the country that is God's kingdom. So it's a very different thing into which you have landed. Once you realize this situation, that you have now entered into the kingdom of God. Your sense of security will be built up, your style will be built up, your behavior will improve, your attitude towards yourself will improve, and you will really feel you have jumped into the sea, the ocean of joy. Just assume the power. Assumption is very difficult in Sahaja Yoga. Reality people assume with difficulties. If it is unreal, if somebody can mesmerize you, believe it. So just believe that you are in the heaven now. This is the kingdom of God, and this is where you have to be, and enjoy it. You will be amazed once it happens. All your seeking will end. All your frustrations will end. And now you will know that you have reached that situation where now you have to give. Now you have become the light. And light has to give. That's the job of the light. And you will not be any more bothered about how to keep light going, because once you start giving it that way, it freely moves. The collectivity cannot come with mediocre efforts. Like many people think that if you invite people for tea or something like that, then some more people will come. Such people never stay. Or those people who like very sweet words to be said to them and all that, they just come for a picnic sort of a thing, have a very sweet sitting down, some sort of a group, and then they decide. So we have to have people who are of quality. To begin with, we have to have people of quality. To end with also, we have to have people with quality. The people who are peripheral are headaches for certain. They come, trouble us from the sides, like you see these skirmishes we have from the outside. That's how they come and just hit some people on the outside and go on. So the people who are in the periphery are of no use to us. So try to have people of quality as far as possible, as many as can. The popularity is not the point in Sahaja Yoga, it's the quality, what you achieve and where you reach. If the quality of the people is poor, just give them up, forget it, don't argue with them, don't try to persuade them, don't try to bring. This is one of the understandings we should have. We should not go on fighting for the whole world. Where is the place in God's place, heaven, with all these nonsensical people? There's no room there. There's no room. So better have it, because they don't deserve it. So don't try to push such people into it. We are trying some experiments with some people who are very difficult and useless. We are trying to push them here and there. If they do not work out, we'll have to throw them out. And you must accept it. There should be no compassion for such people, but compassion for other Sahaja Yogis who are suffering from them. That's the best way to have compassion, is to understand these are saints and they are suffering because of the negative people. So why push them into Sahaja Yoga and trouble everyone? That's not the way it should be. Now, so this is one of the things one should understand when you are organizing, that have people of quality. If you have 10 people of quality, you will create 10,000 tomorrow. But if you have even one hopeless fellow, it will kill even the rest of the 9. So be careful that you don't allow people who are not of quality to come to puja. Outsiders should not come to puja, only the people who are of quality should come. And those who have been now traveling, we have been noting how they have been behaving, how their behavior has been, how they have been progressing. We know all about it, everyone of them. So we'll see them, how they are progressing further when I visit your countries, and I'll see for it. And then I'll be able to tell you that such and such person has not progressed at all. So this should be the attitude, that we all should individually progress, and once we progress individually, it shows in collective enjoyment. A person who cannot enjoy collectivity is not a Sahaja Yogi. Now leader can be only one, there cannot be 3 leaders. Now for all purposes I have appointed Danny as the leader of United Nations. United, that's the word, that's the word, that's the word. We should say United States, but then we have to have United Nations later. Because I find in Danny those qualities which are required for a good Sahaja Yogi. He is very congenial, he knows how to go around people, he is very steadfast in his own assent, and he is a person who doesn't shout at people, who doesn't get angry with people too much, and I haven't seen him getting angry with anyone whatsoever so far. I've been with him for so many days. And he manages people very well, and he knows how to control them, but he is extremely strong. As far as Sahaja Yoga is concerned, extremely strong, and he understands. So all these qualities can help you people very much to understand how leaders should be. Moreover, he is selfless. He has no selfish aims for anything whatsoever. For his name, for his position, for anything I've seen. He doesn't mind anybody becoming a leader. He doesn't mind anything whatsoever. That sort of a thing should be, that anybody becomes a leader is just a joke. Otherwise, I've seen people, you make them the trustees, they just ride on the horse. You make them something leader, they ride on the horse. All sorts of things happen. That should not happen anymore. And the leaders must see to the point that they have to become really great, evolved avadutas. Otherwise, they cannot impress people. The avadutas are the people who are extremely compassionate, extremely kind. And for you, I would say you should follow the example Tukaram, because he was such a kind and a sweet person, but he said things which were very, very deep and very straightforward. So the forthright behavior need not be so sharp as to cut everybody through. Forthright could be such that it guides a person in the proper way, and the flying of a person in this ocean of Maya becomes easier. That is what is called the leadership. Now, leadership should not be challenged. Some people have too much ideas from outside because they think they have something, you see, they know they are administrators, or they are journalists, or they have worked as some sort of a politicians, or this and that, and they try to control the leaders. These are wrong. So now, do not try to control the leaders. If there is something wrong, I'll correct them. This is very important, because again and again I tell you that once you start challenging the leader, I get the pangs. So please do not do it. If you do not want to hurt me, do not challenge the leader as he is. Now, as you are going away, you are taking all the sweet memories from here of the Indians. You have to take their last, I should say, the glimpse, and also give them a promise that you'll write to them, thanking them, keep contact, have friends, write letters to them, they will write to you. Let us have contacts and know what's happening, where what is happening. And thus we can have a nice circulation and communication with each other, and we can establish a better understanding of different countries through this method. Also, those who have come from other countries, like say Australia, Australians have come, should write to English, or they can write to French, or the French could write to Australians. Like that, there should be a big movement. The circulation has to be good. If the circulation is not good, the body gets sick. So the circulation has to be good, and all of you have to do that circulation in a way that is good, compassionate, and in a Sahaja manner. My own work does not finish. I'm moving on now, as you know, to another areas. Then I'll be going to Calcutta. For the first time we'll be having program in Calcutta in this way. And then I'm going to Australia, and again back New Zealand, and back to India, and then again back to London, and I go on moving. You see, mine is such a circuitous, complicated, roundabout ways. The sun has to do only one way. I'm going this way, that way. All sorts of movements are there. Nothing irregular. Absolutely, it is regularly irregular. It is like, and it's still it's working out. It works out with some sort of a rhythm in it. I think it pulsates, and I feel quite happy with that rhythmic movement. So I have to pray that you look after your health, look after your spiritual wealth, and look after your Sahaja Yoga family in your own countries. So may God bless you all. आता हिंदुस्थानातल्या सहयोगांना सांगायचं म्हणजे असं की ह्या सर्वांच्या तर्फे मी तुम्हा सगळ्यांचे आभार मानते. I'm thanking them for looking after you very much. They have, gone all the way out in the villages and in very far-fetched places, and whatever I asked them for, they arranged the programs in the actual jungles and along the riversides, and all kinds of things they have done just to make you feel happy and away from the madding crowd. All this has worked out only because of their cooperation. Without any reward, without anything, they have to take leave, giving up their jobs and coming down. Everything they have done so well that we can see that how in a place like Brahmapuri, which is such a far-fetched place, or in a place like Sangli where we had no rooms or anything, they arranged all these tents and all that overnight for you people to stay and to enjoy your stay. So if there was some sort of a problem, you must understand that we don't have tents easily available in India. We have to make them. We haven't got all these facilities as you have for camping, because you are so fond of camping there that if you go to a shop you can get everything for camping. Here you have to make everything. You just cannot get things for camping because somehow Indians have no time for camping at all. And they have no time for taking a holiday. And neither they go for a holiday. And I was the other day surprised, somebody told me that he took a taxi and went to South India for a trip. I was really surprised. How could he do it? Because normally this is seldom done, and it's a good idea to go down like that, meet other Sahaja Yogis and have a little travel. But they just don't move there like Ganeshas. Once set in one place, they are set till they are put in the sea. So it was very remarkable how so many people have come from Delhi all the way, and I thank them for coming down and making this occasion so auspicious and so good. Especially I have to thank Madras Sahaja Yogis, who have come all the way from Madras, it's so far away, to come here and to join us. Of course, the Maharashtra Sahaja Yogis are to be thanked again and again for looking after us so well. I hope one day we'll be able to invite them to a different country and can have some seminars like this. One day might be, such a day might come when we will be able to do it, when we'll have our own ship and people can travel on the ship. And I have such ideas. You see, I'm too I have tremendous ideas. If I tell you, you'll be all jumping in the air, so I don't want to tell you all of them. But it materializes. Somehow or other my ideas materialize, and we should have such a seminar that we can celebrate it on a ship, where the ship moves throughout the world and we meet every corner and the shores of the world. That would be a nice idea. For a month if you travel you can do it. The whole world, I think, is not so difficult if you have a good, nice ship given to us by IMO. So, this is hoping for the best. Now, as it is, people are very helpful in this country. The government is very helpful. We have seen the central government was very helpful. The customs were very helpful. All this has happened because one person gets realization in the customs, he talks to another person, he gets all the custom people to you. One other person, a policeman, talks to another policeman, all the policemen are there. But you see, the rapport in this country is much more than it is otherwise, because the climate of this country is such that we are open, our houses are open, we have an open home, we live in an open way. In a village everybody knows everyone. Say in a city now, in Nagpur, if you tell my father's name, everybody knows him. I mean, everybody knows me, everybody knows my father, and I know them. So it's like a big rapport. And that's an advantage we have, which we can create there with the sunshine of our love. So even those who are not Sahaja Yogis try to be kind to them, try to be nice to them. Don't show that you are fanatics or anything, but try to be sweet and nice. Try. If they can come, well and good, but do not insist, do not force them. That's the worst thing. Never force such people to come in, because such people, if they come, they are very great troublesome people. They are of no gain to us. So just do not force anybody to. For they are your relations, brothers, sisters, husband, wife. Just forget them. If they want to come, let them come. Otherwise, just forget them. Don't bother your heads about them. Now, regarding next tour, I don't know how we'll go manage it next year, but I'll let you know about it in time so that we can arrange it in a better way than this time. Maybe we might have again 2 tours, I don't know, or maybe 15 days tours or something like that, so that we do 2 sites of tour in 15 days, something like that. So we'll try to evolve new ideas. As you have seen that realization giving is becoming simpler and simpler, and maybe that just attending the program people might get realized. It may happen like that one day in India. I would like to have sensible, proper, constructive ideas from you for your country. That's a very good idea. But do not condemn somebody else and say that that fellow is like this and that. That I don't like at all, because I know who is who. So just tell me if you have any constructive ideas about this, about propagating, going to some new countries, like Gregor wanted to start something in Greece, and there are some people who want to do it in Greece also. So we have to see how we can work it out in Greece, and we have to find out people who would work it out in other places, wherever you think you can do it, like Tunisia, some people said, would be a good idea to enter into. But you just work it out and let me know whatever countries you think we can do this. Maybe Brazil, maybe another place one could go. But now I think before I go there, some of you should go work it out, establish a center, have a proper center running, and then I should go is better. Otherwise it is quite wasted. That's how we are going to propagate in the West. In the same way, in India also we have to do the same. Is to propagate it in such a manner that we ourselves travel along. Say we are living in a place like Delhi, we can go along, meet people of different organizations, talk to them and organize that we'll come and talk. It's not necessary for me to go. You can all talk and give lectures in different organizations, in different institutions and in different municipalities and all that. In India it is much easier to organize these lectures. Indians are very fond of listening to lectures, so that would be a good idea. But for Westerners also, like universities, you can handle professors and talk to them. On your own you can think of so many things that you can do, and I am sure one day will come that all these efforts will work out. As I told you about Buddha's disciples used to do, and I need not go to all these various places. You can manage it, and seeing you only, people will get to Sahaja Yoga much faster, because they'll think the one who has given them this, if they are so great, then that the person who has given must be greater. And I need not see them, because sometimes they get disappointed to see me also. They think that a person who was talking to us, you see, was very brilliant and this and that. And in my own swabhava of Mahamaya, I try to fumble and sometimes make mistakes and try to become a simple housewife. And then people don't understand that this little housewife, a government servant's wife, you see, that's another gone case. And then an Indian Christian and all that thing, then she must be hopeless. So all these things, you see, make up for the mind, and that's how the one can go into the final decision of the last judgment. See, Mahamaya is the only way one can judge people. There's no other way. Those who can see through the Maya, only such people will be redeemed. Those who cannot see through the Maya cannot be redeemed. So Maya is important. Now, the last, but not the least. Remember that your mother loves you very much. Thank you very much. So now the different groups want to see me. The Australians are already here quite a lot. So some more Australians who have come.
Let them be separate. They're going tomorrow. No?
All right. So those who are going today.
May I just Sri Mataji, the certain groups have got to have quick little meetings themselves. So if they may, they'll just retreat to the trees there, and other groups can come and see you here in the front. Is that all
You
right?
want me to go to the trees?
No. They have to have little routine administrative meetings about their baggage, and there's certain books, advents, and all these things that have to be taken back.
All right. Now I have got 3 books to be given. Pustakara, Modi.
So why don't we have the Americans here first?
So, if I may, Sri Mataji
Modi Pustakara.
will now see the Americans, and someone will make liaison. Now, all the national leaders take your group along the pine trees here, and we'll call you when Sri Mataji calls another nation. Be fast, it has to be done fast and smartly. When you have your national group, you can summarize very quickly how to keep up the spirit of this trip, and speak also about organization and a few points that you have to do, notably collecting these books, advance, and other things. So I would suggest now we, inside our heart, we do a
Danny?
program to Sri Mataji, and all the Americans come here, and all the national groups meet here. Jai Sri Mataji. And now let us move fast.
You see,
Americans means Canada and the United States.
Reva,
Sri Mataji, all those who haven't received Ganesha,